everyone, Tambarambaa or Tammy Porter here again today. Thanks for stopping by my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to do another page in my personal journal, which I'm doing in the Art by Marlene A5 bullet notebooks. This time I'm popping down a bit of gesso. So I have added a touch of water to it because I don't need it to be super thick, and the Art by Marlene white gesso is beautiful and thick and creamy, so I just watered it down a tiny bit. And these pages are, I'm not sure what the GSM is, but they are slightly thicker than notebook size, so sometimes I use gesso and sometimes I don't. The page I did prior to this one, which was the bloom cutout page, which is on video if you want to have a look at that, I didn't use gesso at all. So this one I did, and then I've just popped down some happy, some hot curry, some ballet and some fuchsia, watered down, just to give sort of a rainbow wash effect in the background. Now this page I'm going to write some of my goals down. So I have a word that I focus on, but I do write a few goals down. It's not sort of something that I have to stick to, but just things that I'd like to achieve. And every now and then I flip through this book through the year and I see those goals and I think, I've gone off track. I do still want to do that. And so I have a go at that. And it's all changeable. Like, I'm very open to life changes, priorities change, and all that. So I have grabbed a sheet from the Collage paper pad, and I love this little sheet, and I thought it looked really cute with the rainbow background. So when in doubt of what to do, just cut out some circles is always a good idea. So I just did it roughly by hand and just didn't draw them first, just eyeballed it really. And then when I sort of put them on my page, I thought, they look a little bit like flowers. And as bloom is my theme for the year, I thought, well, that works. So I turned them all into flowers. So some I did like a scallopy border around the circles, and then a stem and added leaves, and some I just did a swirly border. So I'm using the Art by Marlene markers, which are fantastic. I do have learnt from Marlene to give them a bit of a shake in your hand just as you're using them, but you don't need to prime them or get them ready. They just work. And there's two colours on each end, like a darker and a lighter generally, so they're really great for this shading. I'm going around with one colour and then filling it in with the other colour, and they do blend a little bit as well, which I love. I'll just let you know my thought process while creating this page. Originally I thought each flower could represent a part of my life, so like my art, my work, perhaps health, all different sort of categories. But in the end, that doesn't happen because I kind of run out of room on a few of these flowers. So originally I did think I would journal in the centre of them, but as they're quite sort of busy and the pattern's so lovely, I didn't want to cover that up. So what I did is I started sort of journaling around the outside of each flower. And then in a couple of spots I run out of room, so I start journaling on the leaves. So yeah, as I said, I'm with this project, which is my personal journal, I'm not really fussy about it. It's something I just play in. Sometimes I use it to warm up in. It's more about documenting what's going on around here, how I'm feeling, and it doesn't have to be perfect. And sometimes that's where I get ideas for bigger art journal pages that become videos, just because it's a bit of a place where I can experiment. I'm not precious about these pages because they're just in a notebook. So yeah, it kind of frees me up creatively, and I find that it gives me ideas for other things. So yeah, I'm not particularly worried if, now I have to go onto the leaves, and yeah, I just kind of make it work. And I'm a big believer in showing you the whole process and not editing too much out, because I do think that's how you learn. And it's important to know that every page we do is not a favourite, but it's a process, and it helps us to get things out move on, and it's always practice, 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 which always improves our art in the long run. So now I'm just adding a few highlights with the white marker, just going around, and this sort of helps bring it to life a bit. And this is where I start. I've got more to say about this category, and so I add it into a different flower leaf, and that's totally fine. Then I smudged a bit of black on one of the writings around the flower, so I tried to go over it with the marker, and then I just add a bit more markers into the background so that it doesn't look like that's what I've done. Okay, so now using the markers, I just write out the word goals, and I'm just adding a little bit of shadowing by using the two different sort of the dark and light shading of the markers, and that is about it. Oh, okay, then I add some grass to the bottom, again using the dark edge of the pen and then the lighter one on top. I'm just doing a few bits of marks that's supposed to look a bit like grass. So yeah, that's it from me. I've set a few goals for myself for the year. I'll leave you with a few close-ups so you can have a look. And as always, I'd love to hear from you. And I will be back again soon because I've done a couple of these pages gearing up for 2025. Thanks so much. Bye.